Okay. So today we wanted to do these things, right? Let me just quickly, look at just make it a bigger font. Yeah. So what are the many things we're going to look at? We're going to look at, how we are doing in the campaign, the finding the new jobs campaign. Last week, we were around 21,000 potential clients we have reached out to. This week, we are at 23,000. That's the update. But I wanted to quickly, just check with you how we are doing, on that. Because look, we need to win. We need to, become successful in this campaign. If we are not going to be successful in running this finding new jobs campaign, then pretty much, we are going to remain a very small organization, right? I had very good meetings with UNHCR. With UNHCR Kenya, I had a few meetings. Then with UNHCR Kakuma, I had a few meetings. I don't know many of you know or not. Hure is leaving Kakuma. He will be gone by the end of this week. He has been a phenomenal supporter of this initiative. So he did a lot of handover this week, to some new people who are joining in Kakuma. So they're all very excited about this. They want to, make this even bigger. They want to help with spaces and etc. etc. But we also need to see, everybody is willing to do what they can, but we need to do what we can, right? So if the finding new jobs is not going to be successful, then everything else we do is of no consequence. I mean, I don't believe in just learning and then just becoming, if you're learning, you have to start also earning, right? I think so we need to be honest with each other in terms of how the campaign is going, what we need to do to improve it, right? No point in just keep doing something without getting some success out of it. Yeah. So that's the first thing I want to look at. So if you look at this thing, right? So yeah, these are the top 5-6 points I wanted to. Does anybody know how I can remove this red line that is running? Somebody has drawn this red line. I don't know how to. Is it annotate? Is it? Yeah. Annotate and then clear all drawings. Okay, cool. Can you please not draw anything anything here actually? Yeah. So this is what we are currently discussing, right? Finding new jobs. We have reached out to 21,000 people so far, and I'm sure you know exactly who we are talking about, right? I can show you who that is also. So for example, where are those people? Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So if I come to contacts and show you the contacts. So for example, who's reaching out? So far we have 54,000 people, clients that we are trying to go after. And if I look at the people who've been reaching out, it's basically, out of the 54,000, we have contacted 22,193 clients. Out of those 22,000, it looks like, I'm sure this is not being updated properly, because everybody is updating the, who they contacted, but very few people are updating, who's connecting back. So according to this report, it says 886 people only have connected back. I'm not sure that is the right number, right? So for example, let's take John Bosco, right? If you look at John Bosco only, John Bosco has connected with how many people? So he's saying he's connected only with 8 people. I'm pretty sure if John Bosco goes right now to his LinkedIn and checks the number of people that he has connected back, because look at how many people is contacted, right? he's contacted 225 people. If John Bosco has contacted 225 people, I am 100% sure at least 50 people should be connecting back. At least. If 50 people, look, this is how I look at it, right? If 20 to 30% of the people that you are connecting is not contacting you, sorry. So let me put it in number instead of percentage. Let's say you contacted 100 people, at least 20 has to connect back with you. If 20 is not connecting back with you, then let me look at Jean Bosco's, LinkedIn profile. It's clean, it's nice, but there is something not right because people are still not connecting back with Jean Bosco, right? So we need to really, hey, somebody says I cannot see your screen. Can everybody see my screen?
Yeah, we are seeing this. Yeah,
yes.
I don't know what I can do to help, Jean-Marie. Jean-Marie, I think you have to check again. Are you still not able to see Jean-Marie? Okay, let's hope he's I can just stop sharing once more and try to share it again. Sometimes that helps. Okay. So yeah, I think that's the important thing, right? So some of the questions that I have for you is, Shem came to me recently and asked me that to give him more clients. I gave him 1,000 more clients. Isra asked me, I gave her another 500. So I keep on allocating more clients to people whoever is asking. But not all of you are asking, so I'm a little worried, whether you and your team are really doing the job. So remember one thing, this is our number one priority. Yeah, executing the finding new jobs campaign is your number one priority. Of course, after working with your client, right, you have to do your job, which is paying you money, right, before you can search for your new job. So, but don't forget this, even if you have 5 jobs that you're currently doing, do not let go of this campaign because you need to keep growing your team. Yeah, it's really, really simple. Okay. So please let me know if you have run out of contacts or clients, and I will just, quickly refill them. We have 50,000 clients already identified and in the database. We have only contacted 23,000 so far. So another 30,000 of them are there for us to, work on. Okay. Then the most important question I had for is, how can we improve the success of this campaign? Right. My ideas were, sharpen the look of your LinkedIn profile, number one. Then Zamzam came up with a brilliant idea, contact the clients on their social media channels, other social media channels, because currently we are contacting them only on LinkedIn. So just to go back to the, John Bosco example. So let's say John Bosco has contacted Jerome, from Republic Services, right? So let me take, let's say this person as an example, Jerome as an example, right? So what Zamzam was saying is copy Jerome, right? Go to Twitter, right? Because we have done obviously we have done LinkedIn. So John Bosco tells me that he has already connected with Jerome on LinkedIn, etc., but nothing has happened to him. So go to Twitter and see if he can find the Jerome here. See if Jerome is the right person, because sometimes it may not be, right? So if he's able to find Jerome in this, just check whether it's the same person, because it's really important to know that it's the same person. If he is, then we could possibly follow him, number one. Number two, we could message him if the messaging button is enabled, right? with the same message. Basically, that's what was Zamzam was saying. So similarly, you can go to Facebook and see if you could, ping that person on Facebook. So basically what she was saying is, look, you got the same database, which is here, right? You have already contacted Jerome on LinkedIn with your first message, and he has not responded back, right? Then go to Twitter, see if you can get the same person and message him. Go to Facebook, see if you can get the same person. Let me just see if I can get the same person, right? And see, yeah, I think this is that person, right? This must be the same person, right? Yeah, it's from Republic Services Rwanda. So I'm thinking, he must be that same person. So message him, over there. So this is what was, the idea that came from, Zamzam. And then finally, one more idea was, can we email the clients who have connected back with you? So if you go to, LinkedIn, and if you look at the people who are connecting back with you, if you go to your network, and if you go to your, connections, who have just been, connecting back with you, where do I see my connections? Okay, these ones. So if people are connecting back with you here, yeah, these are the people who have connected back with you, right? So for example, this person, you remember, Shem, you might remember this person, right? So Bastian has connected with me right now, right? Just now, right? So you remember Bastian, right? Is from Celonis. He's the chief executive officer of Celonis. And we have a meeting, Shem, with Celonis, right? So based on your message, I wrote a message to the CEO of the company and told him, look, we should talk. So he has connected back. Now I can do many things. I can just simply message him like this, right? Sorry, guys. Anybody wants to say something? Nestor? You want to say something, Nestor? Yeah.
Sorry, no.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Jean-Marie, please, I'll mute you as well. If when you're not talking, we can just mute each other so that. So Bastian is connected with me. All I wanted to say, all I told him was only this, right? Wanted to run an idea past you. I didn't say anything more than that, right? Now, what I can do, I can go to, Bastian and then look at his contact info. So typically they will have the email, here. If it's not there, I have a plugin, which brings me that email of Jean-Marie, that one. But anyway, we'll not go there, but I'll teach you how to find the email. You should be able to find the email. If you can find the email, then you can also email Bastian about what you do, etc., in the format, the third message format that all of you are familiar with. So this is what we thought we can do to sharpen this one. But I'll pause here. I wanted to, ask everybody, here who's been doing this campaign religiously, because we have reached out to 23,000 people. That's a significant achievement. Okay, so we'll not, it's 23,000 people we have knocked. Every door we have knocked individually. So I want to learn from that experience, right? And see if, how we can make it better. You understand, right? We go to a person, we knock their door and we say, look, we can do this for you. And he says, no, I don't need this. Or he says something. So we have to learn from that, right? No point in blindly going and knocking every door that's available for us, isn't it? Right? We have to use our brains to see what to do. Yes, Majimba. Or does anybody have any other ideas or thoughts? See, we remember one thing, right? We are doing 100 things, okay? But there is one thing which is very, very important, right? One thing which is very important, and that one thing is this one. If we don't get this one thing right, Everything else that we do is of no matter. Yes. Any questions, thoughts, ideas?
Yes, I understand everyone. For me, I could say that to my understanding, I think as we are sending connections, which is the primary objective for us, and but now when we get lucky, now the connections, the client starts connecting to us. That means I assume that they have, at least most of them, big now, have gone through our first message, and at least they have had a look at because we always have a link there to see the work we do. At least they have bought an idea, they have, and that's why they connected back. So sometimes what gets us worried is that when after they connect back, then we send them the second message. Then after sending the second message, we expect also them now to answer, at least to respond to us after the second message. So when they we wait for 2 to 3 days, they fail to respond. Now that's kind of that's where you get worried on where to go next, because every client who connects to us is like a potential client to us. Is very valuable. So I don't know, how do we keep that client who has connected back and we have sent him or her the second message, and now how do we make sure that we bring him back on board to make sure that we have an engaging conversation with him or her?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we are trying to figure out, right? So this is what I think. If you see, first we contact them with the first message, that they connect back with us. We send them a second message. If we receive a message, a response, then we set up a meeting with them, right? If we don't receive a thing, then we, send them a reminder, third message, and then also follow it up with an email, one-on-one email, right? And ultimately, we set up a meeting, right? 7, we sign the client up. We sign the client for a paying job. So this is the flow, right? Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So okay. So what happened? Yeah. So is there, how do we, first of all, how do we make sure that we, just as a quick one, I wanted to ask all the team leaders as well as other people, in the last 1 month, have we started getting meetings with our clients, potential clients, in the last 1 month, 4 weeks? Have we started getting meetings? Is there anybody who's basically saying, okay, let's meet?
Yes, Anis.
Yes, Jean-Marie?
Like today, we have a meeting with a client that came through Sadiq.
Okay.
But what happens? The client just went through the Sadiq profile.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't from the first message or the second. He went through Sadiq profile and she was impressed. Then she contacted Sadiq.
Mm-hmm.
And now Sadiq had to share with her all what we do in that client pitch deck. And the client was like, wow, this is very nice. Let's have a meeting so that we can go through whatever we can and see if we can work together. So we expect something good from her today.
Okay. That's good, Jean-Marie. So one meeting from your efforts. Okay. Any other such meetings? Meetings, not connecting back, real meetings.
Yes.
Yes, Keisha.
Yeah, I also had, I think I've conducted almost 2 meetings. One that Ezra met with, it was a Raul, I think so, who wanted to have a partnership with Stepup. I don't know how it goes with him because we've sent him the email. After the meeting, he requested that we send him more informations.
Yeah.
And then we send him the informations in a request that, not in a request, but it was like we were planning to have another meeting so that we see how we can make a foundation on the way forward. But he went quite like that. And then the other meeting, it wasn't really a clients with the Suleiman, but he wanted to know how we do it.
Okay.
He seems to have working with a big company which has all those component of marketing and whatever. So those are the 2 meetings that I've had with the team already.
What about new ones? Anything new in the future?
Yeah, Anis.
Yes, Shyam.
As for me, we are actually looking forward to meet our 2 prospect clients. One of my team member, Bugashane, has got someone that is really interested and wanted to know more about what we do and how he can also get involved.
Okay.
So we are maybe looking forward, maybe from scratch of next week. Next week we can meet.
Yeah.
And for the other one was Seloni. So we're looking forward at least the next 1 week we're going to have a meeting. So
Okay.
hoping that these days are going to be more fruitful.
Okay. All right. No, I think that Shem, that Salonis meeting, looks like a big meeting. Let's see. It could become a, I saw that, this could be a big one. So, we have to really, prepare for that meeting with the Salonis meeting. Yeah. Yes, Keisha. Okay. Second question, the 7 things that I put over here, how do we make sure that, I think what we can do, I'll create a document like this, I'm just worried anyway. So just I created this LinkedIn document, right? It's a LinkedIn makeover document where it says, step by step what to do, right? I'll try to do the same thing for, these 7 things, these 7 what we need to do, because I'm worried that not everybody may be doing all these 7 things, right? Maybe we are definitely doing the first, second, and third.
Yes, Anis, from the LinkedIn makeover, I shared last time the challenge I do have most of the time when I'm introducing new graduates, and even last time when I had a meeting makeover with Gotham client from Frey, I don't know which step where we have to pin a post. I remember I did on my profile, I pinned a post, but most of the profile, the LinkedIn profile, there is no that icon for pin. I don't know how I can get it when it is not seen.
It's quite easy. So pinning the profile is it's quite easy. So you have to go to your profile and just post. Basically, you have to go to your post. So I'll just show you. Go to your profile just like this, right? And then I've pinned all these things already. But if I want to pin more, you can do it in 2 ways. You can press this button and then pin a post or an article or a link or a media, one of these 4 things you can do. Or you can also go to your post. So for example, all the posts that you have done, see all the activity, and then you can click on any of your activities. Okay, say for example, this activity. Oh no, this is not your activity. So you can go to your post, and then you can click on the post, and then you can say feature on top of the profile, this one. So you can do it in both ways. You can either come to your post and then feature them by clicking on the 3 dots and then feature it, or you can do it, by just adding the plus button. Yeah. So those are the 2 ways you can do the feature on the thing. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know something, honestly, just search for it on Google, right? It will just tell you exactly how to do it better than me or better than anybody. Okay. So yeah, let's see how we can, standardize these 7 things, because I think we really need to make sure that, we start getting our meetings, we start winning clients. I think that's really important. Without that, it's going to be very, very tricky. Anybody has got any other ideas? Because last time when we asked, Zamzam came up with this idea of, connecting with other social media. Try, if nothing works, then connect with the same client through other social media channels like Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. That's what Zamzam's idea was last week or last week. Okay, so that's what it is. But anybody has got any more ideas that we can add as an additional step to increase the chances of we finding our jobs? Any ideas, thoughts? This is very, very important. That's why I'm stressing this point so much.
Yes, Anis. Yeah, it's Kiza.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I also want to share something that I've learned through a meeting that we had with education, the clients that we had the meeting, education. Yes, I took a point that for them, the way they identify their potential clients, they don't go to the bigger companies. So they identify the potential clients as those are companies that are starting up.
Yeah.
So those are like not very big, because I've realized in our contacts we have like Google, we have Adobe, we have those are very big, and they have already well organized the structure of how they reach their potential clients. So I was like thinking, if we can try to come to the not very big companies, but at least small companies, because those ones to entrust us with their account is not very it's not tricky. So that was another thought that I had in regards with identifying the potential clients.
Okay. No, I think I'm not entirely sure I understand what you're saying, Kisha. You can maybe type it, but we Google and Hootsuite is not, they are just our channels, so we identify our target clients using LinkedIn. This is where we go and identify target clients. And if we go to the target clients, we can identify really small clients as well. Anybody who's got less than 10 employees, we can identify and talk to them like this, like what I'm just showing you right now. So I don't understand why, those are just, our part. Google and Hootsuite are just partners, right? They're not target audience. So I'm not
no, I was trying to say in our the contacts that we have that we are sending the messages to. Google is appearing, Adobe is appearing.
Okay.
So we are sending the message like to be our potential clients,
Yes,
and they are big companies.
Oh, okay. No, look, that's what is very, very important. Okay, just look at what I have done to Bahana's profile, right? That's why I wanted all of you to change your thing. So if you look at the previous one. The previous one was like this, right? Let me show how the previous one was. I'll take John Bosco's profile. So if you look at the previous one, if this profile, if let's say Adobe came to you, like Kisha is saying, let me explain Kisha's question. It's a brilliant question. If John Bosco, or let's take Kisha itself. Why take John Bosco? Let's take Kisha, right? Now Kisha has reached out to somebody in Google. Yeah, Kisha has reached out to somebody in Google or somebody in Adobe. They come and look at Kisha's profile. It says driving revenue through social media. Now they are thinking, who is he driving revenue for? For Google, for Adobe? I'm already a big company. How will Kisha drive revenue for Adobe or Google? Correct, Kisha? This is what is your problem, right?
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point.
It's a very, 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 very good point, Kisha. Yeah, excellent point. Because you are reaching out to companies which are already billion-dollar companies, $10 billion companies, $100 billion companies. And you are telling them, I'm going to help you increase your revenue. I'm going to help you increase your recognition. You are telling them those two things, correct? And they are going to think, how is he going to do that for me? They're going to think, like that, right? So, which is why what I did, Kisha, I changed it. Okay, look at this. Read this one. I'll just give everybody 1 minute to read this. Can everybody see this? Read this one, please. Just forget about the group leader, Kakuma Refugee Camp. Look at what this one reads. This one reads, I help individual business leaders. I help individual business leaders connect with their target audience through strategic use of social media and nurture those connections using relevant and contextual content. Can you see what I have done? Instead of saying driving revenues and driving recognition, when a top guy from Google or Amazon or Adobe opens his thing, he now sees that Bahana is not going to increase Adobe's revenue, whereas he's going to help me, the individual business leader, the individual, okay, to connect with my target audience and nurture those target audience using good content. Does it make sense now, Kisha? Why I changed this from the previous one to this one?
Yeah, this is a really productive, I can see.
Exactly. It's a very, it's a very, very important thing. So we need to bring this in our second message also, Kisha, because we need to basically tell them, I am not trying to help your company. Your company might be already very big. I am trying to help you, the individual person. Is this clear?
Yeah, very, very clear.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, Kasi, you've been raising your hand for a long time.
It's not that much, but I don't
Kasi, sorry. Kasi, we can't hear anything actually. Kasi, can you type? If you don't mind, can you type? Because we're not able to hear you at all. Sorry, Kasi, I just put you on mute. We cannot hear anything you're saying, unfortunately. Can you please, type on the chat what you're trying to say? Because, I really want to know what you're trying to say. but unfortunately I can't, hear anything that you're saying. But anybody else, I know, a lot of leaders are there. Mohammed, you're there. Jean-Marie, you're there. Jean Bosco, you guys are there. Can you guys, think of any other ideas, like what, how we can make this, because we are trying to help individual business leaders, because of this, because of just this, we will grow to become a 1 million people company. If we are going to help only companies, then we cannot become a 1 million people company. We can be only, 1,000 people company. You understand, right? Let me just show you. So if you come to LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you see LinkedIn Sales Navigator, right? We want, let's say, let's say the senior people, right? Let's say the owners of companies, CXOs of companies, vice presidents of big companies, directors of companies. Okay, we want senior people in these companies. Okay, just look at this. In Africa alone, there are 8 million senior executives in just Africa. This is only in Africa, right? 8 million senior executives that you can call them by their name. Mr. Danny, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Tony. You can call each one of them or look at each one of them. There are 8 million of those people. I'm sure you can see it here, right? There are 8 million of directors and owners and vice presidents in Africa alone. All of these could become our potential clients. Right now, let me say, okay, let me not go to, very small companies. Let me only talk to companies that are, somewhat big, more than 500 people. Yeah. More than 500 people companies. Yeah? You got 2 million people just in Africa who can be your clients. 2 million of them just in Africa. Let me just expand it to United States, 22 million, UK, 3 million, right? So, you see where I'm coming from? 28 million. Let me just say, instead of UK, let me just put Europe. I'm sure it'll be now 30 million plus, 40 million. There are 40 million individual sales leaders in companies that are more than 500 people. Let me say, I don't want to even go to 500. I want to only talk to people where there are more than 1,000 people working in that company, more than 1,000 people. You see how many people now? 35 million people. So you have 35 million people that you can go knock their doors and tell them you can help them individually. Is this making sense, guys? This is why what we are trying to do is so powerful. We are not going and asking a very few companies. We are asking every individual. Let's say, let me make a small point. Let's take one company, right? Let's take what company you want to take? Shall we take Microsoft? Okay, just let's take Microsoft. Okay, globally. In just Microsoft alone, just in one company, Microsoft alone, okay, 70,000 people are there. 70,000. Just one company. Microsoft as one company can give us, out of these 70, maybe 10,000 jobs. Just one company can give us 10,000 jobs easily. Easily, really easily, without even thinking. You understand, right? And you know how much is 10,000 jobs, right? 10,000 jobs, at $100 is 100,000, $1 million, $1 million a month. For a year it is $12 million. You think it's a big deal for Microsoft? I think Microsoft can hire at least 10,000 of us, paying us $1 million every month, right? Easily, because we will be able to provide them more value, at least 10 times more value than that $1 million, at least. Because we are not selling to this one company called Microsoft. We are selling it to all the top leaders of Microsoft, all the top leaders in Microsoft. Let me just, remove all these, we'll only talk to the, let's say, the big people in Microsoft, CXOs and directors and vice presidents. Even then we got 14,000 people. I removed all the, the second level leaders. No, just only the top leaders of Microsoft. Still we have 14,000 people. Let me remove this, UK, Europe, because Microsoft is in Asia Pacific as well, right? So let me remove all those things. So just see 18,000 people. 18,000 people in Microsoft alone we could be talking to. Shem, you have something to say? Sorry, Shem, can't hear you anything. Okay, cool. So, is this point clear? I just wanted somebody to just reframe this point. Can somebody explain this point back to me? Either John Bosco, Muhammad Hassan, Martha. Can one of you just explain what I just explained, back to me? Because I just want to understand whether you understand this, what I'm just, trying to tell. Anybody? I'm sorry, I don't think, that was working. But can anybody explain me, what I was trying to say? I mean, what am I trying to, bring out here? Is this not clear what I'm saying, or have you understood what I'm saying?
Yeah, we have understood and it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, John Bosco, you have something to say?
Okay, you hear me?
Yes, John Bosco.
Yes, I said that it's clear. It's a way of filtering people so that you can target the right people. Not everybody who is on LinkedIn, and also not to mix the target audience.
Yeah, no, I think I want to relate back to what Keisha's problem was, right? We are not trying to help big companies, small companies, or any company. We are trying to help individual people. Individual people who can pay $100 a month. Individual people. It's a huge difference. Yeah, Bhagashani, you have something to say?
No, I've just joined right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just going to put you on mute, okay?
I had challenges.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I
Yes, John Bosco, you have something to say?
Yeah, I had something to say regarding maybe innovative ways we can also put in place to make sure we reach out to more people with efficiency and also effectiveness. So I was thinking of this new way of contacting people from different social media, like when you contact them on LinkedIn, you go also to find them on Facebook or on Twitter, and then you try to interact with them. So I think we need to like to try to improve on the way we look on the way we look online, because most of people, when they see somebody's profile on LinkedIn, is full of information, experience, and also articles they wrote in the past. They can go online and search for the same name and then look at other social media they use, whether there is consistency or where they post elsewhere. And then when they find there are other stories, like you only share parties, you only share event, other things that are not relevant to what you are talking about, they might not trust you are the right people they can hire or they can give their tasks to be completed. So if we are adopting that strategy of contacting people on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter, we should also build a strong online presence on other social media to make sure we are consistent. Like we can convince somebody when they check on us online, maybe via Facebook, they can find we have good posts that showcase what we have done in the past or what we have done in Stepup.One or for other clients. Or at least if we don't have such kind of posts, we can post there. We can share something that is important from Stepup.One, as long as we are building a strong online presence. That's what I had to say.
Okay. What do you think of this, whatever I'm typing?
Let me okay.
So how do we build trust? That's the thing that you have, strong online presence, right? Blogs.
Yeah, sure.
Jackson, you have something to say? Yeah, no, I think this is a very important point you have brought out, John Bosco. We need to build trust. And the way people can build trust is by having, these things. Have a sharp profile. Have a lot of posts about Stepup. Have something about UNHCR. Have something about other things that you care about. Then blogs in Stepup's website or other website. I don't care where you have it, right? Projects you have worked on, this is there, and this is possible both on LinkedIn as well as on Stepup. Yeah. Anything else to build trust? Let me know. We'll keep on typing this. This is a very important point you brought out, Jean Bosco. Anything else, people? Because I think I'm just spending so much time on this one simple point, because we need to win this, guys. We need to start winning clients from your efforts, not my efforts. I'm just one person, but you are 100 of you are there, 200 of you are there now. If 200 of you try these steps, we need to get 200 times more result than what I'm getting right now. So how do we do that is what we are trying to analyze, figure out, build. Every day we'll keep improving until we start winning, because we have to win together. All of us have to win together. That's what I'm trying to figure out, right? Any other things that you want to add to this point? How do we win more clients? You're saying something, John Bosco? All right.
Sanis,
Yeah.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, my question goes the way you say that that we don't contact the company, but we go with the individual. I think this was an approach that we had. It has been an approach that we had, though there was a way we presented our profile or the messages. It was like we are helping a company. So I'm trying to understand how do we differentiate a person away from his company? Are we, is it when we contact a person in a given company, like you mentioned about the Microsoft, is it that when we contact the directors or the directors in Microsoft, do we sell the product of Microsoft or on account of the person we contacted, or what is the difference? What will we be selling, or what will be will we be doing for these clients on his behalf away from his company?
Superb question, Kisha. Very good question you asked. Fantastic question. Okay, let me tell you, right? So we are still in this Microsoft. Okay, let's take Rwanda.
Excuse me, you can even use the Frey.
Freyer, yeah, we can use Freyer because that's a real client, right? And we are working with them all the time. So I'll first tell the Microsoft example, Jean-Marie, and then I'll go to Freyer. Okay, see, if you take the Microsoft example, okay, let's take Africa first. Okay, just as a quick, let's take South Africa, right? So there will be some people in South Africa. There are 19 people in South Africa from Microsoft, right? Let's take one of these person, right? This guy, Doug, whatever, this guy, right? Doug and Ketan, okay? Let's take these two guys. What do you think is the job of Ketan? Whatever is the job. Let's say he sells, he's supposed to do something, right? Chief transformation and area change leader at Middle East and Africa. Who is Ketan's target audience? Right? It will be all the people, okay, who are looking for some kind of a transformation across Middle East and Africa. It's a big, target audience, right? And then we will be working on behalf of Ketan, not on behalf of Microsoft Africa or Microsoft. We'll be connecting on behalf of Ketan, right? We'll be working on behalf of Ketan, okay, for Middle East and Africa. Just keep coming down here. Look at this guy, Justin Jacobs. Let's look at Justin Jacobs. Justin Jacobs is only responsible for Microsoft South Africa, right? So will we be connecting with people in Middle East for Justin? No. Justin will be only working in South Africa with certain companies inside South Africa. So when we work for Justin, it will be just the people in South Africa that he's interested in. Is that clear, guys? So every person here will have a different agenda, a different target audience, a different set of videos that they want to talk about. Is that clear? I'll just pause here for you guys to ask me some more questions, but I'll just bring Freyer as well. I don't know whether is Freyer. Yeah, go ahead, ask me questions, guys. Unfortunately, no, I'm not connected with it properly. Maybe if you have it, you can share it, Jean-Marie. So we are just talking with one of the clients. Okay, they are not Microsoft. They are just a small company. They are called Freyer. Okay, so let's say this company, right? Freyer Solutions. Now Freyer, let me just remove all these things, right? So now they have quite a few people, on LinkedIn. So we have like around 826 people, on LinkedIn. Now what we are trying to do is we have around 7 jobs from Freya, and we are working on behalf of 7 people, but we are also now thinking about looking at almost having a 100 people for just this one small company, right? Because whatever we are doing is working beautifully, so we want to see how we could have 100 people work for this company and contact with nearly 1 million people on behalf of them, right? So it depends on who you're working for. When you're working for this person, you will be only working in Europe and Africa. When you look for somebody else, he'll have something else. So for example, this guy will only want to do labeling compliance. This person would only want to do regulatory information management, right? They all have different roles, different they have different things to do in life, right? This person is only for biomedical, right? This person is for medical devices, right? This guy is also for medical devices. So they all have different scope and different work, and therefore different audience, different messages, and different objectives. I hope this makes it really clear to Keisha's simple question. Any other questions? Okay, so the only thing I will add is I think we need to relook at our entire strategy so that this simple message is clear to our clients. We want to work with them individually. That's the number one thing that we need to make them aware of, right? And we need to make sure that is reflected in everything that we are saying. So, okay, that's one. Then the second objective, oh my God, it has taken so much time just for the first one. The second one is we have 10 jobs from Educated Change, and basically he said, we'll need to do this,
Sorry, Anis.
Yes, go ahead, Nestor, keep talking.
Yeah, sorry, there's something I've not captured very clearly there. So you mean that the changes you've made on the profiles, that's going to apply to all of us or to the group leader? Because
no, it is for everybody. Everybody has to follow these steps. So these are the the steps. I have copied this link, and I will paste this link in all our things. Please follow the new set of steps to modify your own LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
Do not miss any step.
Okay. Something else.
Yeah.
Yes. Something else that we had. Remember, maybe we had raised it in the last meeting about the contacts or the potential client, mostly in Africa, like Kenya, Uganda. Because we have seen that mostly in African countries that our potential clients are mostly easier to connect, most especially for us who are now building on. Trying to build their connections to be able to build the profile, because most times when you connect to USA, it takes some time to connect with you because your connections, how the profile looks. Second is how many people have connected to you. So your connections are still very low. So we are saying if we start, so you thought that if we can start with Africa and start building slowly, since they are easy to connect, At least it helps us, even if you have not yet got the job, but at least your profile is growing, that you have your connections are growing. That's why we thought if the people who are starting slowly growing up, we can start with the potential clients within Africa so that they help growing up as we move to the other countries. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, no, I think this was a point that somebody has, Anish needs to do this. Yeah, I'll do this. I will make sure what I'll do, I will give it to everybody and it's up to you to use it or not. Anyway, we have lots of people in your new graduates, nearly 100 of them. We need to give them at least, 100 to 500, for each of the people. So I'll come up with a list of 50,000 plus people in Africa who are CXOs or business leaders. And I will share this with you so that individually all of you could connect with all of them. Okay, I will do that.
Thank you. Thanks.
Starting with African will help us, build our initial 500 plus people. Once you have more than 500 plus people, then nobody knows whether you have 5,000 or 10,000 or 20,000. LinkedIn will always just show 500. Okay, so you just need to cross 500. I think this is also a trust building exercise. Make sure that you have at least 500 LinkedIn connections, because immediately this gives a lot of credibility to your profile. So it is also a matter of building trust. Okay, cool. Any other points, people? I've captured everything that you have given me. How do we build trust? Shem? Go ahead, Zem.
Yeah, fine. Yes, Anis. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, fine, good. So I had also another idea, Anis, talking about building trust, I think this is, a gradual process. It takes a long time to build a trust. But what I was suggesting is that as a step up one, we need to show people that we are all connected. This could, tell us that, or show us that we need to for the new graduates or members who are less
very good
connections,
idea. Excellent idea. Zach, did anybody get
we
what
need to
Zach
follow
was
each other. We need to follow each other so that by the time we send the connection to the new, potential clients, they will see that our service with a bigger organization, a bigger company connected together, working for different clients. We also follow our Stepup on Twitter. We link all those things together just to enlarge and expand our visibility.
Very good point. Very good point, Zach. What you're trying to tell me is, okay, let me just do it and show you. Let's say this is Bahana. Let me just log in, for Bahana. Just give me 1 second. So what you're saying is, go to your LinkedIn. So basically, this is what you're saying. Huh? Let me just, so you're saying go to Bahana. Let's say, this is Bahana, right? Now, what you're saying is go to your company, which is, let's say, Stepup.One. Let's go to Stepup.One. You can go by searching here, isn't it? Stepup.One. Yeah. Click on that. Now you're going to get all the people who are in this, right? Where are the people? How do I know the people? View as a member, maybe, I don't know. Okay, view as a member because he's a member, right? I think, yeah. Now, okay, there are 102 employees. Guys, look at this. There are 100 people who will immediately connect with you anyways. Okay, so click on the 100. Yeah, they're all here. Okay, so he's, oh my goodness, Bahana sent to Burberry and Burberry has not even, connected back. Mr. Burberry, you must connect back with Bahana.
It's okay, I will do.
So you cannot have your colleague pending. You should not make any people waiting. So let Bahana connect with Cheryl, Yaradi, Yahya, Sheila, Hebo, Shem. Oh my goodness. 2 group leaders were not connected with each other. Very, very sad. Sadak, Panic, Jineng. Hey guys, please. You know, if you're talking to me, to the group, great. But otherwise, just go on mute. It's okay if you can talk. Okay, so you know what I'm trying to do, right? Kisembo, John Baptist. You don't have to tell people all the note and everything. Maybe if you want to practice, you can, do the note business, but you simply connect. Right? Before this meeting gets over, I want to see every one of this person, connecting back. So we've got all these 1, 2, I finished. I don't want to do like everybody, but just go and connect with everybody, because these people at least should connect with you. Right? At least. So how many connections Bahana has? Okay, he has around 1,000. See, Bahana is not a problem. Okay, so he's already got 1,000. Oh, please. So, oh man. So 1,000 connections is good. 1,100, it's really good. No, I don't want to do this. Okay, so 1,100. So bring this number of connections to at least 500 people. So that's a beautiful suggestion. I'm going to put it as a step. And then say start by connecting to your own colleagues in Stepup.One. Okay, that's cool. What else? Zach, you are also saying something else. You are saying a few more steps. Like,
yeah, it was also about following our LinkedIn and our Twitter accounts for Stepup.One, just to see the connection between all of us.
Okay. Following the Twitter and Stepup. I'm sure they all follow. I think I'm sure that is already should be there. But yeah, just you can do this for your profile, Zach, and then just to put a screenshot of what you want to say. Yeah, Shem, go ahead. Shem, you have raised your hand. You want to say something?
Yeah, Mr. Anis.
Yes, Shem. Please don't
actually
call me
someone
Mr.
is connected on the device that I was actually using before at the center.
Shem, can you come again? For some reason I'm not able to hear you clearly.
Yes, I was saying.
Yes.
Yeah, someone is actually is using a device that it sounds like I was connected on it on I was actually using it last time. Mm-hmm. So because my name is Shem John and this Shem at Joe is someone different, not me.
Oh. Should I remove this person? So you don't know who this person is. Oops. Should I put him out? Okay, no worries. Let him enjoy. That's okay. I think Yes, Jackson Kisambo.
Yes. Thank you for the opportunity. But I also had my own view on in terms of we really need to come up with a book instead of relying on the videos. So we need to come up at least with a book. This one can help the new graduates. Not everybody has got a job. It's very expensive to watch these videos. My suggestion was at least if we as Stepup.One, we come up with a book which is well organized, such that the new graduates should know where to begin. Because if you tell them to go and watch videos, some people get really confused. They don't know where to start. They don't know which content comes first. So my suggestion here, at least we should look, I don't know if it will be expensive, at least we should look a way that we can come up with a book such as that it can guide the new graduates, those ones like me who are still coming up. So that was my say. Thank you. Huh? Hello.
Let us be patient. I think Anis has dropped off.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm there. I think I put myself on mute because of something, and I was keep on talking, without realizing I was on mute. Okay, thank you. So, can you hear me now?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, so Kisambo Jackson, he wanted a book because the videos are expensive. I understand that they are expensive, but at some point in time, you have to watch it. We are trying to give you a solution where we can get all the videos, into Kakuma, so that each one of you can simply transfer it over your mobile phones, or laptops using, transfer things, right? So we're gonna try and do that. But until then, here is the book. It starts with getting started. So if you look at it, the book has 7 chapters. Yeah, getting started, learning the skills, joining your team, finding your job, working on social selling job, working on social marketing job. So is that nice and clear, Kisambu?
Yeah, it is nice and clear. Yeah, that is nice.
Okay, so then you click on this. Okay, what all you have to do first, and then click on this. What should we learn? Okay, the videos will come here, but it's okay. These are very small videos. We don't have to worry about it. So it will start with watch this 2-minute video, right? To get a good understanding of who we are. Explore our website. Watch the speech that created Stepup. So three steps are here, right? Close this. Come back. Attend the kickoff meeting. This is a second one. But attending the kickoff meeting is also, a video. So this is a video. You have to watch it, unfortunately. But these are really small videos, so it's not like the big ones. Then you have to set up your social media profile, which is the LinkedIn makeover, right? How do you set up your LinkedIn makeover? We have just now told how to do it, but I will simply, paste it here. Yeah, please follow the steps. This is the URL. I'll maybe add it here also, just in case. No, I don't think we need it so many times. Yeah. So let's start, and then join the WhatsApp group. This is our WhatsApp group. I think this step should come before. I think this step should come before. Yeah, you can come. Just come. No. Yeah. I don't know why it is coming. I'll change it. Okay. So you can do all these 4 steps. Once you have done all these 4 steps, then you almost got started. You are a part of a group in WhatsApp. You've seen a few videos. It's all okay. Then now you need to start learning 2 skills. Okay. Now this learning skills. What I don't know how to make this happen. So here, maybe what I'll do, I will do it in 2 parts. Okay. One part is learn the skill. Learn the skill. Learn the skill. Okay. And I'll say a social selling. Just to get started on a job. right? You don't need to become a master, okay, to start doing a job. Okay, you can do this by just watching one video. Learn the skill social media marketing, just to get started on a job. You will never become a team leader after this, but that's okay. You just want a job and you want some money, right? So you can just do this. You learn the skill. I don't know why this is not moving. Maybe I can even create a separate one for this actually. I don't know. Maybe 2.1 and 2.2. Yeah. So first you do these two things, right? And for mastering the skill, you need to watch all the videos. Are you with me, guys? Can people understand what I'm trying to do?
Yes, we are getting.
Yeah. So for learning the skill, so that you can just get started. If you remember, learning the skill is only step 5, 6, and 7. If you know how to do step 5, 6, and 7, then you can start working on a job.
You can see the LinkedIn account of Ahmed Ali. This is my LinkedIn.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, Kaposo.
Yes, Anis. As I heard the way you are explaining the steps, and there is some people who are the new graduate, but they have never get the job. But as I saw you explaining the step, is the missing of being in the main group. How can a new graduate can join a main group so that he can get many information as he wants? Because as you explained here, is to join after having a skills, you have to join the main group.
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's the thing here. That is what we are supposed to do here. And I want to discuss it with all of you. You have a lot of leaders here. Muhammad Hassan is here. Zach is here. We've got Jean-Marie. We've got everybody. Jean Bosco. You tell me how you want to do this. How to join the step up leader teams, so that you become a part of the team. So somebody has interested in it. He watched all the videos here. He joined our new graduates WhatsApp. He learned the skill. He mastered the skill as much as possible. Okay, I mean, I'm not saying you become a grand master. You just watched. You know what it is. The next step is joining your team. How to do it? Any idea? How should let's say, see, one is easy. Mohammed Hassan was telling me that he has identified some 3-4 people in Kakuma and he wants them to join his team. That's easy. The leader himself has selected his own people and asked them to join the thing, right? That is an easy one. But what about the reverse? What about the reverse? Right? People have joined and they do not know who they should be working with. Right? My take is, see, I'm thinking aloud, guys. I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking.
Yes, excuse me, Anis.
Yes, please tell me, sir. Tell me.
Yeah, I think you are asking us a very relevant question, and we are the people experiencing this challenging when it comes to new graduate. But as you are saying, picking as we previously did, it's very simple, very simple. And there is also that way of, we are not supposed to be biased or being discriminating maybe the people we don't know before. So everyone is welcome. We can do it as a condition. Maybe people from Kakuma.One, we know leaders from Kakuma.One. Yeah, so they can approach us from maybe according to the locations, because we have graduates from all the Kakuma, maybe Kakuma 4, there is some people there, Shem. So we can pick people from the locations. And the other thing that is a challenge so far, Anis, is the access to device. Did you get my point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Access to device is a challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to
So
be
far,
careful.
if we, excuse me?
No, we need to be really careful.
Yeah.
Because if you're, if you don't have access to laptop, or even, do we need laptop to do step 5, 6, and 7, Jean-Marie? I mean, I don't know what you guys think, do we definitely need a laptop to do the job?
I don't know, but when it comes to sending
Yes.
connect,
Yes, Anis. It's LinkedIn does not work with adding the note on, particularly the adding the note function does not work with either the app application in Android or the application, it is the mobile application in Android. Doesn't have the feature add a note until you use the computer. But sending the second message, you can do it on the phone.
How do we solve this problem? Look, we can start a campaign for getting lots of laptops for Kakuma. I will push the agenda with UNHCR, to give us all a laptop. Yeah. I will do that. Anyway, the laptop and the internet connection is a big agenda on my plate. I'm going to push it. But I don't want to rely on anybody for our success. Anybody. So how can we make it possible? How, if people don't have laptops, we can't imagine laptops for them, right? We need to solve their problem. How do we do it? Can we share? Can the leaders create some kind of a thing where people can come and just share? You will not be using your laptop 24/7, right? How can we, can we create like work area where, people can come and work? I don't know,
yeah, that is one solution. But again, remember, though you can share, maybe you have one laptop, you can share with the 2 graduates, 3, it can be possible. What about 5, 10? Because previously we are doing that.
I think
we are sharing. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you for bringing up that challenge. I just want to highlight something in response to the issue regarding the hardware. I think where there is a will, there is a way. And I don't think it's about lack of resources. I think it's about being resourceful with what you have. And if you think, you always need external factors for your success, you'll never be successful. I know that for a fact, even if we provide a laptop for every single member, we're still going to be having these issues. And I think what needs to come first is the commitment from the people. And I think we first have to solve the issue of how do we put people in teams. Once we streamline that, I think access to hardware, there are multiple venues. For example, one is this one of sharing. I know that in Kakuma, there are a lot of agencies that quote unquote provide technical or ICT training, and some of this hardware is just sitting idle. And I'm sure that you can get in some kind of a partnership or agreement to use some of those devices. Similarly, you can find laptops, I think for less than 10,000 shillings in some places. And we can come to some kind of a financing, paying off these laptops and then procuring them, used secondhand, all of these things. But I think first of all, what we really need to clarify is, let's look at these issues we have right now in the graduate groups. We have so many colleagues, we have so many people. And I think, once, how do we put people into groups? And also going beyond that, I think from what I'm hearing from colleagues, I think there is some confusion regarding, what are we even doing, the vision of the whole organization, and just trying to be, on the same page with everybody. So I think for now, what we need to focus on is, getting people, having the team leaders connect with each other on social media. Once we have these structures, then it's easy filling people in. And I think for now, let's look at people who have. Let's not create more challenges on top of other challenges. We're dealing with so many other issues which are more, I think, which are more important. Please feel free to disagree. Go ahead. let's find jobs for the ones who have, you know, the hardware, and then let's look beyond for those who don't have. I know there are lots of people now in the group who have laptops, who have access to internet, but they're still looking for these opportunities. So let's figure that out, and then we can start that other campaign of getting devices.
No, Mohammed, you have a suggestion in terms of, you know, we have around I think 90 or 100 colleagues, you know, in the new graduates WhatsApp. They need to be divided, you know, between all these people, you know, 10 of you here, right? We can, what is the process we can adopt, you know, to make it easy? That's what I'm trying to, you know, can we ask the team members to identify who they would like to work with and reach out to you on WhatsApp?
Yeah, I think first of all, what we have to look at is the geographical scope. I think let's just look at where people are located and, you know, the proximity. How close are you to these people? And I think, you know, and the reason I bring up that, you know, being close to the team members is to have that sense of community. And at least once a week, you can meet with some of these people. So, for example, I'm in Nairobi now at the moment. So if you know you have team members in Nairobi, then, you know, I'd be happy to do that. So I think first of all we have to look at the geography, and I think the second thing is when we say people choose, I think someone mentioned this. You know, we have these issues going with people that, you know, creating these micro groups, these micro chambers, and I think, you know, all of a sudden then, you know, what you have is, you know, you have Somali team members there, then you have, you know, I don't want to mention out people, but we tend to fall back, you know, into this very primitive organization, you know, groups and structures. So what I would say is let's have a spreadsheet. Let's look, you know, the team leaders, there are, I think 10 of us. Let's put all of the new graduates on the spreadsheet to let them fill out, you know, like the basic information we have, access to internet, where are they located, their telephone numbers, everything. Then I think from there on, it's the team leaders, you know, who select based on, I think that it should be done that way, top down, instead of, you know, asking the new graduates, who do you want to work with?
Okay, sounds fantastic to me. Let me just document it. I think let's go with that approach. Does anybody has any other suggestion? If not, I'm just going to go with that approach. It's a very simple approach, and we are already doing it, which is.
I also had a suggestion.
Yes, Kisha, go fire away.
Yes, I was trying to think if possible, like those in Kakuma, they can have a place to meet with the team members, those who are the new graduates plus the team leaders. They meet like in a particular place, physically, those in Kakuma-One, and then from that point, and then they see how they can divide themselves.
Okay. Yeah.
Finance.
But let's do this first. Okay. So what Mohammed is saying is, let's prepare we already have this list, right? Let's prepare the Excel where all new graduates specify their information. They've already done it, but we will put them into an Excel. Yeah.
I think just putting the information on the same page. Yeah.
Yeah. Based on this one, the team leaders will then pick up their teams based on whatever location or whatever else, and other factors. Yeah. Okay, that's what they will do. So once they have picked it up, then they will go to the other things, right? So this is a better way to do this. Yeah.
And just some factors for the team leaders, you know, as you're picking, we just want to have some bare minimum standards, you know, some kind of standard. At least there should be some kind of diversity within your group. You can't have 10 people who are all, you know, Congolese in one group. Let's just try to go for that balance. We are not imposing numbers on people. We are not looking for quotas, but there should be some kind of, diversity within each group. And then I think from there on, we'll give some space for the team leader to decide where you want to meet, how you want to meet, all of that. I think we don't want to micromanage people to that level.
Gender, nationality, and language. Yeah.
If I can come in.
Yeah, go ahead. What are you saying, Mohammed? What did you say last?
I had one question.
Yeah, go ahead, Jean-Marie.
Yeah, previously I had an information that we team leaders will have to have a maximum number of 10 people in the team. So we are now targeting how many?
So basically, the way we are doing, Jean-Marie, is we are moving from team leaders to group leaders. So basically, you can start having more jobs for your people. Let's say if Bahana is working with Jason, if Jason has 3 clients, then he can also become a team leader, right? And Bahana could become a group leader. And every group leader, we are targeting 100 graduates under each group leader.
Great.
So every group leader will have 10 team leaders, and each team leader could have 10 team members.
Yeah. Okay, Anis.
Yes, Zach.
Anis, I was very much inspired by, one time, just like this week, a moment we have been doing English screening test for applicants who are applying for JWL courses. And what made me very inspired was one of our, the new graduates was, attending the interviews from the learning site. And she was provided with a laptop to do the interview, the English, and it's online. So what happened was that she just finished her work in 30 minutes. And I still found her seated on the same chair for 2 hours, sending 100 connections, for her Stepup.One work. So I think we all need to become problem solvers. We all identify the problem, yes, but after identifying the problem, we need to look for a solution. We need to look for any opportunity that comes in our way, so that we can be all problem solvers. And the way Mohammed said, and also Jean said something possible. We need to be, very much inclusive to be a very strong team. We don't have to consider this and that to have, people on your team. We need to consider diversity at all times. Actually, these are very inspiring, comments, and I all agree with our team. The group leaders here also.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
Can I just jump in real quick? Honestly, there's one point I want to highlight. As we build these groups, as we recruit more people, I think one thing that Anas, and this comment goes to you, is we want to have in place some kind of rules or structures, because just to avoid any potential challenges or scandals. I know that from the group leaders, what we have so far, I think, except Joel, the rest of us are men, for example. And we don't want to have power dynamics as we do the recruitment. We want this to be a fair and open process for everyone. So, I mean, as you do this such, maybe if you can look for any kind of training courses, something just to provide, just to, avoid any kind of, what do I call it, pay for play in such situations. We don't really want to be involved in any kind of scandal. So I think we should take steps to mitigate that also. If that's off topic.
Sorry, Mohammed, this is a very important topic. You wouldn't believe, I've had like 4 meetings in the last 2 weeks with UNHCR and other investors who's keen to invest in our venture. And all of them have this single question: how many women in your team? All right. Currently, it looks like we are like 20-80. I don't know. I have not counted, but it looks like we are around 20% women and 80% men. I think, I'm not sure about even this. This could be even bad. Okay, that's number one. Number two, how many, I mean, we can talk about this across many diversity thing, but the first diversity we have to make it correct is the gender diversity, because there was a lot of concern that see, this is not what I am seeing in real life, okay, so please don't take me wrong, but the concern was that the digital awareness or the digital marketing, digital social media is very less or much lesser amongst women in Kakuma. But I'm not seeing that at all. Honestly, I'm getting some really hard hitters like, I don't want to mention names, but I'm really seeing some really top talent in the in the diversified thing. So I think UNHCR has promised that they are going to give us, 100 more people with a majority women, so that our next batch might balance the current structure that we currently have, because we need to continuously balance this. Otherwise, we'll end up.
No, definitely. Sorry to cut you off, Anas. I just want to add, you can have 100 people. I mean, the next batch can be 100 girls. But I think there's still that challenge we have to address, which is, I know you're a tech guy, Anas, and the motto is that, move fast and break things. But I think sometimes that can have its own challenges. So one issue is having that gender balance, but the other thing is also making sure that this is a place that people can flourish, that girls or females can also flourish, for example. So I just think it's, as we do that recruitment and we think about the gender balance, I think just having some kind of structure in place whereby, if, for example, if someone, a new graduate, is feeling harassed or abused or bullied by the team leader or team member, they should have, some kind of way, and that should be emphasized, that, anybody can reach out to you or anyone else. I think these matters are sensitive, and I think they should not be ignored if we want to, grow successfully.
Yeah, very, very important. Very, very important. Some kind of way to escalate any kind of,
and I'm not saying anything against anyone. These are just potential, we want to mitigate. We don't want these things to come up. So I think
it's true.
For that kind of
let's just call it some kind of escalation mechanism, right? Either they escalate to the team leader first, and if the team leader itself is a problem, then they will escalate it to the group leader or to me directly. One of these ways, we'll figure it out, right? I mean, I will put something like, how that escalation mechanism will work. And
just one more thing to put on your plate, Anas. I know you're dealing with a lot of things, so let me add that one to your plate, and maybe for the next session you can provide a bit more update on that.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I'll just take a pause there and
okay, cool. No, see, look, one more. I really want the structure in place, for a few other things also. In fact, I'm struggling to put a structure in place. How do we make sure that people have learned? The second one. This is one thing that I'm really struggling. I don't want to delay. See, nobody can ever become the master. It takes a lifetime to master. But I want people to progress to this stage after they have done the first two things, and then start looking for a job. Because while they are looking for a job, they can master the skills. Correct?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So I want a structure to say, like for example, like we can give them a certificate, when they finished these two sessions, like some kind of a basic learner, they've done it. Because I think, the UNHCR education department is very strong, right? They have lots of things to do in the education department. So they also want to see, certificates being given. And also, some university is saying, we acknowledge, the certificate. So I'm trying to see, what we can do. So I'm trying to talk with these guys. I don't know whether you know these guys. If you also come with something, let me know. It's basically, this university called, not university, it's an online thing which is very famous in all over the world. This particular course. So it cost a serious amount of money to do this course. It takes 3 months. I will just put this course for you guys. You also check how much it costs in Africa from wherever you're logging in from. I will put this just in the thing, so that you know what I'm talking about. So I'm trying to do this. So this one, right, it cost like $1,000 to do this course and get a degree. I'm very, very positive that every one of you will be able to easily pass this.
Also social media.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to. So then what becomes is, look, I don't want to do honestly, do certificate and all those things. Other people are saying it's very important. For me, the real certificate is when money comes in the bank account. That's the real certificate. When you start getting clients and when everybody is happy, that's the best way to. But these are also important. We shouldn't completely neglect it. Okay, but I don't want to be in the job of creating certificates and stuff like that. I will get in touch with these guys and ask them if they can provide this nano degree for all of you, so that you're doing something, and then if you get this degree, it will be globally recognized. So this degree is recognized by all the top companies in the world, all the top companies, right? So yeah.
That will be so much. That will be great. That will be great, and
yeah, no, absolutely. So I'll try it. I know the founder of this company. I'm going to try it and see, if I can, make it happen for you. But we focus on just one thing. We focus on getting the job and doing the job, right? Everything else we can get help from other people. Like, for example, this one. Okay, so I think we are on the time for we wanted to finish few more agenda. Let me quickly see what I wanted to do, guys. This is really important, guys. Now I'm going to take 5 more minutes. There are 10 jobs for doing just 5 posts, and I'm really very, very unhappy that we haven't done a good job here. This one, guys, please come and do this. Just come and do this. There are 5 posts you have to do. Forget about all the long things that I told you, right? Just do these 5 posts. You have to imagine that you are a big leader and create a post. Like, I'm very happy with the post that Martha has created. Of all the things that I have seen. Where is Martha? Oh my God, what happened to Martha's post? Oh, she's here. Martha, this particular thing is not working. Or that link was not working earlier. Now it is working. See, just look at her post. It's quite good. Whether it's nice or this thing, it's quite nice. It refers to the iPhone. It refers to a lovely picture. It has some good text that she has written, right? And key hashtags. It's really nice. Okay, please don't, please don't get me wrong if I show your post. But that's the thing, right? You just need to put 5 posts, and the client is willing to give us 10 jobs. So please start doing this properly, right? If you don't even know how to do 5 posts, then how are you going to do it for a client? Right? So please, take this seriously. So I showed you Martha's this one, then the Twitter one. So you can choose how many Twitter you want to do and how many, So it's really simple. Like, that's it. An article, one article, 3 lines about that article, the link to that article, 3 hashtags. How difficult is this? Honestly, it's like really easy. So I mean, I'll just pick anybody's thing, right? I'll just pick Sadak. It's just not of the same quality. How do I show this to the client? How do I show this to the client? What is missing here? Can somebody tell me what is missing in Sadak's post?
I think the link first.
The link is missing. What else is missing?
The picture also.
Image is missing. What is he talking about? Like, what is he talking about? He's done a good job. Okay, this is a good content. It's not bad, but there is no. I don't understand.
Hashtag.
No, hashtags are okay. I think this is fine. 2 things are missing. Yeah, link is missing. Photo is missing.
Yes, what is missing there? I think he did not consider the keywords.
You know what? I am okay even if he didn't consider keywords. But many things are missing. So somebody please tell Sadak. I'll also tell him. But if Sadiq, if you could just message Sadak and tell him that we did this. I'm not sure whether Sadak is there in this call today. Just tell him many problems like this. Just create these 5 posts. Yeah, I mean, it's not just him. Many people. If you want me to comment on other people, I can take a look at it. But so look, this is a decent post. 3 hashtags, 1 link. Did you know that humans, whatever, have avocados for 5,000 years? What's avocado in? Yeah, see, this is what I don't understand. So Isram, you could have put this avocado post. It's about some health, right? Health and something. You could have put it over here in personal thing. It would have meant something, but not on, right? But not on, global transformation. So this is growth and transformation, right? It's a professional post. You don't want to be talking about some avocado unless I miss something big in the avocado. Yeah, why? Yeah, this is not about healthcare or fitness. It's about, it's about transformation. It's about growth and transformation for a big company. How come avocado has it's a good post. It's a very good post, but not relevant. Guys, I'm not picking any of these things. So Paul is one of my favorite guys, but I don't think even he did a good job. It's okay. I think, I was expecting, like people like Paul and Martha to just simply land it, to simply, get the job without even, he has to do, a little bit better than what he has done. But it's okay. I think, he's, I mean, because I'm having very high expectations from Paul. That's why, I'm criticizing him. But many other people are, very, very quite bad actually. So, let's look at Majimba. See, look what Majimba has done. Majimba has basically created the link to the articles and put it here. This particular one is currently linking to an article, not to his post. So you need to change that, Majimba. I actually wrote to you separately that you need to change and you're not yet changed it. So these other ones are okay. See, this is wrong. This is linked directly to an article. You're sending a very wrong message to the client, right? So, have a look at it, please. There are only 5 things, and then, you need to really, sort it out. Okay. Can everybody just encourage everybody else, so that, we can just create 5 posts. It's like 5 simple posts on the topic of each of these posters here. Even if you didn't know anything, right? The post has to be about this one. That's it. Growth and transformation, right? If you didn't know anything, just go to Google and search growth and transformation. It'll give you something, right? Just post on that, right? Ideally from HBR, Forbes, Sunday Times, Financial Times, like big company, like, not from some junk news company, right? So just be careful about that. Building a better world, it's not that difficult. Culture of leadership, magnet for talent. Yeah, something personal. So please, look at these 5 and try to, do your best, because we have 10 jobs here and I want to get all the 10 jobs. Okay, cool. All right. Yes, just last thing on my agenda. Okay, so we have 3 jobs we have already landed in Rwanda. We have our Rwandan colleagues in this call. John Bosco was there. I don't know whether he's still there. He's still there. We've got Kenya was there. So our the colleagues from Kisiba, they have landed these 3 jobs for leave. Some of you were there. So they also want to expand their team in Kenya and Uganda slowly. So we need to do that. Okay, then how do we take on the 100+ new onboarded people? Okay, so that's we have already discussed. Step-by-step guidelines for bringing in the new graduates, going through the learning process. Yeah, we have discussed all of these things. Okay, so we are done. We are done for the day. We have finished everything that we said we will do. So that's brilliant. It's been a long 2.5 hours. I don't know how to do this better, faster. If you guys have any other better ideas, please let me know. But just keep the ideas coming on the link, on the group, right? Keep chatting on the group. The first thing I'm going to do is to, create that Excel sheet so that you guys can pick your team. The team leaders can start picking your team. The 3 jobs from Rwanda, we need to really, have a chat in the Rwandan thing, and we'll fix it. I have nothing much to say. It's just 3 jobs, and you guys need to, take responsibility and deliver it. All right, that's pretty much it from my side. Any last question? Anybody has a urgent, cannot wait till next week kind of a question?
Fine, Anis, it's not a question, but I would like to give a final comment.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about if we can introduce a note-taking document. I think what's the confusion most of the time is that you are trying to be taking notes at the same time, then, we are also addressing the issues. So it could be better if we might have, any of the team leaders, the group leaders who will be willing to take some, online document, just like taking notes, then we can be able to view it later at any time also.
Yeah, Zakaria. Yeah, we can try that. I tried doing it. The only person who comes to this meeting is myself. Right? Many of you come, most of you come, but some of you are not very regular. I don't want to blame anybody, for regular, not being regular, but I'm the only one who comes.
Yeah, I mean, Anis, the link will be available to anybody who will be willing to take the notes. So
okay,
it doesn't need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That
it doesn't require anybody to be here or not there.
Okay. Like an online kind of a thing, isn't it?
Online Google Doc, yeah, whereby somebody can be just clicking on the link, opening the next tab, then they take the notes.
Yeah, that's a very, very good idea. Let me think about how we could do that so that all of us can, just keep adding our notes to the same page. Yeah. Sounds a fantastic idea. I'll try to implement it somehow. Thanks, Zakaria. Anything else from anybody else?
Yeah, my comment is I could suggest, Anis, as you have conversations with UNHCR, maybe meanwhile we are maybe waiting at least to have, if UNHCR can support us in terms of tools like laptops and strong internet, but if they can also, for now, time being, identify organizations that we can work with, just provide us with a space, because like in Kakuma 3, in Kakuma 2 or Kakuma 1, there are some kind of organizations that have venues for which have the computers, which have internet. So if UNHCR can engage with such kind of NGOs and also get us recognized and also give a space, at least if in case of any of our graduates need to access the center and at least to do 1 or 2 things, as far as Stepup.One is concerned, because the issues with the lack of laptops, the internet is the main issue. But as we struggle to get our own, if we can also have a partnership with these NGOs around that we can give us, that UNHCR can talk to, and they can give us a space. If we have problem with the internet, then during the day we can reach there and do our stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, that is something that I'm already discussing with UNHCR. But the challenge is UNHCR has to discuss with the NGOs, right? They're a little bit not sure like how they will do it. But I'm discussing this with Maria, Edith, and a few more people. So we have already identified 10 different spaces within Kakuma, and we're going to appoint a leader from one of you to take care of each of those spaces. But somebody has to take that initiative and talk to. So UNHCR is more than willing to support us. UNHCR is willing to sign an agreement with us, an MOU with us. So they are more than happy to do whatever they want to help us. But at the end of the day, it has to be the NGOs that has to give us a space, correct? Because so the UNHCR is saying we can definitely recommend this to them. And this is true even for internet and laptops as well. So I'm taking all these 3 things together. But like Muhammad was saying, I am sitting in London and keep on shouting over the internet. But many of you are sitting in Kakuma. I think you should also try to talk on behalf. All of you are, big leaders in this one. So you can also talk to anybody, the NGO or the people that you work with, and see if they would, help us. Because I can bring anybody from UNHCR, and they will definitely, say, please help these people. They are doing the right job, and they will support us. But you can also do it from your side.
Okay, that is it. You talk about at least we also should also take initiative of creating awareness. Let also people in Kakuma also with the NGOs we work with, because most of us, I work with different organizations around, and some of them they do have such kind of services. If we can also come in and create awareness, not only we, the graduates or the others who are in Stepup.One know about what Stepup.One is, what we do, but also the NGOs around the community we work in. If we can create that awareness and expand everyone now to such something to do with Stepup.One starts sounding clearly to people, I think they start buying our idea, and such kind of organization will start having the sense and how that is helping the refugees around.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Nestor. Thank you, everybody. I think I've overshot the time. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll meet next week, but please keep talking on WhatsApp. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.